Hope is one of the biggest emotions in the world. Most people say that will be rage, greed, fear, a lot of different negative emotions. I don't believe that. Hope is always the one emotion that I've seen be the most powerful. Whether in real life, in pop culture, in politics, whatever it is, it's always been the strongest one I've ever seen. But it's also very hard to keep, as negative emotions can influence people a lot easier. They can be in people a lot easier. Despair, being the basic opposite of hope, is one of the biggest. Being able to install fear in someone, hatred, greed, and others. But hope can still overpower it, surprisingly. Going completely nerdy, in the game Danganronpa, one of the characters is obsessed with hope. Even going to the extremes of believing that he is a stepping stone for it. I don't approve of that, obviously, because no one should be a stepping stone to hope. But instead, a helpful hand to pull another person up to hope. But one of the things that this character said was, even in the biggest pit of despair, hope will always shine through. And I believe that every single day. Because for the past 2 months, I have felt horrible with my life. I've lost friends. I thought people who would be with me forever would be with me forever, and instead they left. And the first 2 months of 2017 was just horrible. But I got through it because of hope. Because hope has helped me more than I have realized. And because of the way that we have the world going on today, it makes it harder to keep hope. Because we're afraid of what's going to happen to our own nation. We're afraid of what others are going to think of us. We're angry with others because it's so much easier to hate someone than to love someone. And it's so much easier to just disrespect than to respect. It's a lot easier to give a negative emotion to someone and have that spread farther and farther than it is for positive emotion. Because surprisingly, negativity sticks. You can say all you want. You can say that you forget all the bad times, or you use those bad times to be lessons for the good times. But negativity will stick at some point, and hatred will stick. But there's always hope. There's always another way to be positive. And there were times when everything else was telling me to not do something, that it's a horrible idea. I at one point had to give someone a second chance, and everything against me was screaming, don't do it. Just don't give them a second chance. They do not deserve it. But that tiny bit of hope, so small, it almost made no difference. That tiny bit of hope knew that they at least deserved one. and they didn't get it. They did get it, but they messed it up. But that does not mean that I've lost hope in them. I still, every single day of my life, try to see the good in someone, no matter how much I do not like them. Yes, sometimes I will even hate them sometimes because of who they are and how they affected my life, even being so toxic. But I still see the good in everyone because I have hope in everyone. And that's what a lot of more people need to do. They need to not just see the bad in anyone. They don't just need to focus on the negativity and be like, they don't deserve to be treated the same as I do. They don't deserve respect. Which is never a good thing to do. Hope is important to have if the world is going to change. Presidents have hope in the nation. Kings have hope in their kingdom. Every single person has hope that the day will be better. And sometimes it just looks like it's going to be nothing but despair. But hope will always shine through. I even got myself a hope lantern ring just to remind myself of that every single day. To always keep hope. Because sometimes when I feel like everything's going to go wrong, I can just look down at my hand and think, I have hope still. And everyone needs to realize that. Everyone needs to have hope in everyone, no matter how bad they may seem. Hope is the strongest emotion. And if you need something to remind you of that, do it. Whether it be a special object or quote or even just another person. Always have hope. Because without hope, we don't have anything.